All right, everybody. Excuse me. Welcome back to NapesCape Show, episode. We'll just say 3 for now. I recorded an episode 3 with someone who I talked about on another, I think episode 2, right? Someone who's thinking about starting a podcast themselves, and yeah, I recorded an episode with this person. But if I'm being honest, I don't really like the way it came out, only because this person was using my real name, which I mean, if you know me, you know what my real name is. But I'm fucking Namescape, bro. I'm no one else. So yeah, this person was using my real name, and there was a couple of minutes of our last episode that we recorded where we were both looking down at our phone. We're just like, so I'm like, who the fuck wants to watch a podcast of two people looking down at their phone for, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, which is not a long time, but still though, it's like I don't want to something a little bit more interesting. So technically, episode 3 is recorded. I just never posted it. So this will be my official episode 3, right? And if that fool wants to record another episode, or record one, we'll have to do a little bit better. Because the camera cut out at one point. And yeah, we were looking at our phone, like I said. Okay. Also, quick disclaimer. I just got into like a pretty bad road rage incident on my way to the studio, right? So if you see someone roll up on me right now, just know like it was their fault. they fucking started that shit, bro. They almost fucking crashed into me. And then once again, like I always say, this isn't the car that I'm in, right? This is a studio built to look like a car. And then this is not marijuana. This is fucking tobacco blunt. But cheers, strawberry buzzball. Whew. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Well, there's something that I kind of wanted to talk about today. Since I was talking about like the podcast episode with my friend. Fuck, it's out. That's what I fucking hate about smoking, bro. Especially when you're smoking alone. Kind of gotta like keep it lit, kind of keep the airflow going, or else it'll go out. But one thing that I want to talk about today was doing things by yourself versus doing things with other people, and also doing things for yourself and doing things for other people, right? And what do I mean by that? You may be asking. I mean, it's different for everybody, right? For me, kind of growing up, I mean, I'm not trying to gain sympathy points with you or anything. I don't really give a fuck. But for me, I never really had like I was never the most popular person. I was never the coolest guy either. Never had the most friends in my life, I was always more of like, just do my own thing. It's kind of the way I grew up. My mom and my older brother, who was kind of like my father figure, always taught me no such thing as friends in this life, man. There's people you can have acquaintances with, people who you can be cool with, but as far as friends go, there's none. You can't trust anybody. And I always had that mindset, kind of growing up, when I realized, like, especially in high school is when I started to realize it. Where in my head I'm like, damn, dude, like it's almost summer, right? I want to go to the beach with all my friends. I want to hang out with them. Fucking every Friday night, I know all my friends hang out at my one friend's house, and they all spend hours there and smoke and drink and shit. Like, I wish I could go, And if you're watching this, hey, fuck you for not inviting me, bitch. But it's cool though. It's fucking high school. Yeah, and then I remember like every Friday night, I would just be chilling at home, looking through Instagram, Snapchat, and then seeing everyone's stories. Like, everyone's all hanging out together, smoking, drinking, having fun. I used to always think, like, excuse me. I always think like, why don't they invite me? Like, how come I'm not there with them? How come I'm not like hanging out with them? There'd be people in our high school who like everyone knew like, hey, this motherfucker here is a fucking sketchy fuck. Everyone knew like, don't trust this person, right? And it's like, even this person would get the invites to go to the hangouts and the parties and shit. So I used to always think like, dude, fuck. Like, does everyone hate me? Am I not popular? Like, we hang out every day, at school, the breaks and shit. Like, I guess I'm not really a part of the group, where it's more like they tolerate me, but like they don't fuck with me. I'm not their friend. And I kind of realized that with every group I was in, right? Where I would kind of like go around to different groups of people and hang out. And it was never awkward. It was never like, hey, fuck you, NapesCape, get the fuck out of here, you're a fucking bitch. It was never like that. But it was always more like, I felt like I was just tolerated. Like, people were cool with me and tolerated me, but no one really fucked with me. No one really, like, I don't know, like my vibe like that. And kind of started realizing, like, dude, if I want to do something, like, I want to go to the beach, right? I want to go to a concert. I want to go to a hangout, a party, an event, whatever, right? I can't rely on these, motherfuckers over here to, hey, Napescape, what are you doing this weekend, bro? Like, hey, dog, like, pull up, bro. This is what's going on. This is the plan. Like, no one, I mean, at least for me, no one in my life. I have no one like that, right? It's more like, some people do have that, right? You do have that. You're fucking blessed. I mean, it's a curse and a blessing, right? Um, yeah, man. I kind of started realizing as an early adult, in my early 20s. I mean, I'm 24 now. I'm gonna be 24 soon. I'm 23 now. But it's not like I'm fucking 50, right? Looking back on my life. But I kind of realized, like, for me in my own situation, if I want to go to the beach, if I want to do all these things, right, I gotta do it myself. I want to hang out, have a good time, right? I just gotta, like, it's what I'm basically doing now, dude. Fucking in my car, drinking, smoking myself. Like, I have people I can invite, have people I can hit up, but most likely they're busy. Most likely, like, we do hang out. The vibe's gonna be different. Here I'm in my car. Here in my car, I feel safest of all. Yeah, here in my car, just drinking, smoking, letting my thoughts out, right? Versus someone else is here, I kind of got to be a little bit more upbeat. We're gonna talk, and then you don't know how someone's gonna act on camera or drinking, smoking, right? Some people can drink and smoke and be fun and life of the party. Some people drink and smoke and dude, they cannot fucking function for shit. So you just never know. It's always a hit or miss. Like, you have a group of friends that you're cool with, you fucking kick it with, regular basis. Like, good for you, bro. More power to you. But just talking, like, this is just me giving my opinion, right, about my own life. Kind of realize, like, more of a loner, and I can't take time out of my day to try to make friends and shit, whatever. But it's like, who the fuck am I? I always think that. Who am I? Like, what about me is so interesting that it's gonna make someone who knows me just like, oh my god, I have to follow this person on everything and see what they're doing. Oh my god, this person makes such good. Oh, fuck, sorry, I dropped my cigar. Dropped my cigar. Like, oh my god, this guy Napescape makes such good music. I have to listen to everything he uploads and posts, right? Like, no one thinks of me like that, right? I'm just a normal guy, kind of doing that work on yourself mindset, kind of a loser trying to get out of it. But yeah, like, just for me in my specific case, I kind of realized, like, if I'm gonna be doing this alone and if I'm gonna be on my own doing these things, like, I might as well just fucking just try to go all in with it, right? Like, um if I want to have a good time, I can't really rely on anyone else. I mean, I obviously can. I have people I can rely on, but it's more like, if I want to have a good time myself and just quick, like, dude, let me just drink and smoke with myself, bro. I don't need anyone else. If I'm gonna make music, right? I have an idea to make music. Uh, like, I'm not gonna fucking hit up my old homie from high school, right? Who used to make music too, right? Like, I'm sorry, like, no disrespect, right? But fuck that person, fuck him. Like, if I want to make music, the only person who needs to know about it is gonna be me. Like, I'm the only person who needs to know, hey, Namescape wants to make music, like, Namescape, let's make a song together. I don't have to be hitting anyone else up. If I want to make art, draw a picture, same thing, right? I know a lot of people who like to draw and make art, but it's like, I want to hit them up for anything. I want to hit them up for artwork. I want to hit them up for advice or anything. Because, like, if I need my advice or I need something, I can just do it myself or get it somewhere else. Like, I don't need anybody else to do that shit. And it's kind of the same thing with my podcast, where, like, technically it's not really a podcast. I'm starting out my show, right? But I did record an episode with someone else, and I just didn't like the way it came out. I wanted it to be better. And it's like, there's no guarantee that if I invite this person back onto my show, right, that it's going to be better than it was last time, or it's going to be more genuine or more funny or whatever. It's just like, if I really want to be if I want to be consistent, I want to do it. Like I kind of got to do it myself, right? I got to be my own team. I got to be my own motivation, my own network, my own like everything, right? Like you just got to do it. You can't rely on someone else to try to like. You can't rely on someone else to try to make your goals come true, your dreams, right? To work on your projects for you. It's got to be you at the end of the day. And if you have your own vision, like you have your own vision, your motivation, your discipline, like dude, you'll get it fucking done. You'll get it done. And this is something I've noticed a lot in my own life, right? It's been hold on. Excuse me. Kind of going back to that motivation thing that I always talk about, right? It's like you gotta want to do something, or you gotta want to change, and you gotta find out why. Like you gotta have these ideas floating around in your head for whatever type of change or whatever type of strategy you're trying to come up with, and it has to do like has to be continuously going around in your head, right? Some people it takes 10 minutes. Some people it takes 3 days. Some people it takes years. Where you gotta have these ideas in your head, and it has to become a want. It goes from thinking about art, thinking about drawing, thinking about music or a podcast to want, right? Like now I want to draw, I want to make music, I want to start a podcast, and then from a want, it has to become a have to type of thing, right? Where it's like now I have to make music, now I have to make art, now I have to work out, now I have to do this. So like I think that's something that not everyone can do, right? It's kind of like how many like I think I talked about it before. There's a lot of people I know who want to do a podcast, and they always talk about it. Oh, I want to start a podcast. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. And they never just take the time to just fucking do it. Like, dude, shut the fuck up and do it. Like who's fucking stopping you, bro? No one's stopping you. Just fucking do it. It's like shut the fuck up. Stop nagging my fucking ear off about your goddamn ideas and just fucking do something with it. Either, like do it or just shut up. Two things you can do, right? And I feel like the main reason people are stuck in that stage is failure, bro. Everyone's afraid to fail, like who the fuck wants to fail? Whether it's social life, right? Your art or your fucking work, business, whatever the fuck. Like no one likes to fail. It doesn't feel good. But me personally, like something that I've learned over the years, I feel like if you really want to succeed at something, you have to fail 100 times first, right? Like especially in my music, where I have so many ideas to make a good song or make a good whatever, and when I do it, it comes out like kind of shitty, kind of gay, And it's not until like I've done that, I made 20 gay songs, 20 shitty songs until I make one good song, right? And like I mentioned before, I've been uploading albums. So recently, I made two new albums, 20 songs, all from scratch, and and I feel like fucking like out of those 20 songs that I made, probably there was 30 that were originally created, right? And then those 30 went down to 20, and then from those 30, there was 40 ideas I had or whatever, right? So like you have to fail, and I think people are afraid to fail, and that's why no one ever gets anything done, right? And it's very like you always think like, damn, this person makes a podcast, they're famous now, looks so easy, and then you try it, and boom, you get 0 plays, 0 views, 0 likes. So you do that 5 times, no plays, no likes. Like it comes a fucking bummer, bro. So you don't even want to do it no more. You just gotta sorry, cheers. Ooh, sorry. Last thing I was saying, like, you want to start to succeed in your life, you gotta start getting used to failure. Kind of like that saying, you gotta be comfortable. You gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Well, the same thing. Like, if you want to succeed, you gotta be good at. If you want to succeed, you have to succeed at failing before you're able to succeed at succeeding. Which kind of sucks, right? Like working out. You never worked out before. You try to do a push up, your ass is gonna get fucking humbled. Like doing a push up looks so easy, but it's not something that just everybody can do. It takes time. Even now, like even someone who's in pretty good shape but's never worked out, you try to do a push up right now, you most likely won't be able to, or at least you won't have good form. You won't be able to do it properly. you know, versus someone who's been working out for 10 years, right? Ask them to do a push up, right? How easy would it be for them to do? Um, so yeah, you gotta get used to failing before you're able to succeed, and I feel like that's an important part of what people are missing. Like they always have those ideas of I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and they never do it because they don't have those they don't have the courage, they don't have the drive to do it. Like kind of how I always go back to that motivation thing, right? You gotta have that certain motivation, you know. And it's different for everybody. It can't just be like, for me, like I said before, it was a girl, right? It all started with one girl, and then it went to me motivating myself. So you gotta have that one. You gotta have that one thing motivating you. Something else I was talking about was like doing things for yourself versus doing things for other people. You gotta want to do things for yourself, right? So I feel like a lot of artists today, influencers, the reason they do things is because they want to be famous. They want to have clout. Um, clout. I hate that word, by the way, clout. I can't stand that fucking word. I had a friend who I knew in college who would invite me to go out with him to Hollywood. And I would say, like, why the fuck are you going to Hollywood, bro? We're, like, literally so far away. I mean, it's at least an hour drive for me. For him, probably at least a 2 hour. Like, why do you want to go to Hollywood, dog? And he would tell me, like, bro, we're chasing clout, bro. We're fucking out there just chasing clout, you know? Like, what the fuck does that mean? What are you doing then, bro? Chasing clout? Like, hey, mom, I'm gonna go to Hollywood with my friends. Oh, why are you going to Hollywood, NapesCape? Oh, we're just chasing clout, mom. We'll be back soon. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like I said, I fucking hate the word clout. But I know that if you want clout, you can't fucking chase it. You gotta earn it, right? You gotta be the best at something. You gotta work for it, work hard as fuck. So if you're making music or making art and the reason you're making it is for clout, like most likely you won't. Maybe you'll get fucking lucky. Maybe you know the right person, right? That's like for sure a way to to blow up or get big, right? You know the right person, like you're in. But like if you don't, right, you kind of got to work for it. If you're a UFC, oh, okay, one a good example, right? Jake Paul, and no hate towards Jake Paul. Never really a big fan of him, but if I'm being 100% honest, I kind of do like the moves that he's making now because he was like that Disney kid, YouTube prank kid, right? No one really respected him, no one really fucked with him. He was doing some dumb shit. Versus now, it's like he's kind of, you can tell he's been working out, doing the boxing shit, and you can tell he takes it serious, right? So it's like he may not be the best boxer in the world, but he's like compared to me, right? He's a fucking pro. He's been fighting MMA fighters, even though they're retired. They're still MMA fighters, right? Muscle memory. So like, and then recently he came out with that Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, right? And everybody unanimously across the internet, everyone all agrees it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea for Jake Paul to be doing that, only because like he's like someone who's built a reputation for himself, right? He's like someone who's young in his prime, fighting an old retired boxer. Yeah, he might have been like the heavyweight champion of the world or whatever the fuck Mike Tyson was, but it's like he kind of didn't. Most people feel like he didn't really earn that fight. Like he's only getting it because he's Jake Paul, right? He's a big, famous, rich. He's like his name like draws his name has clout. I guess the best way I can say it. I'm kind of stuttering over my words now. Versus like let's say Francis Ngannou, whatever the fuck his name is, Ngannou. This dude's been fucking in the UFC for however long, right? It hasn't been that long, right? He made his way up to the champion. Did that thing with fucking that rigged fight with who was it? Tyson Fury, I think. I think it was Tyson Fury. I don't know his name. And then he's doing his fights now, right? So if like hypothetically someone came out where Francis Ngannou was gonna fight Mike Tyson, it's kind of like, all right, this dude's kind of like putting in the work. This guy's been fucking. We know who he is. We've seen him knock people out. Versus Jake Paul, right? He's been fighting. I mean, obviously, it's not an easy fight to fight anybody. Fighting is not fucking easy. Like, if you got into a fucking street fight right now, anybody listening, like if you got into a fucking street fight right now, bro, and someone recorded it, and then they showed you the video after, you probably look like a fucking idiot. You probably look like you don't even know what the fuck you're doing, right? Even if like you do have like some sort of idea. It's not like you look like a pro. You look like a natural doing it. Because fighting is very extraneous, like on your body and on your mind. Because you got the adrenaline rush, you got your blood flowing, you got your heart beating, you got the fucking adrenaline. But then it's like you're also, as you're moving around, you're using your energy, right? It's not like working out. You're doing cardio and fucking strength, like you're using your muscles in your body. So it's pretty hard to fight in general. But people are basically saying Jake Paul's been getting easy fights because he's fighting like old retired MMA fighters, which is like, and maybe it's true, maybe I don't know, like maybe I don't know. He's knocking him out and shit. So they're saying like he hasn't earned that shit. He hasn't earned the fucking the the opportunity he has now with Mike Tyson, where it's like not even a pay-per-view, right? It's not even a event. They're gonna have headgear and gloves. I mean, obviously you have to have gloves, right? They're having headgear and 18-inch gloves or some shit like that. So they're saying it's like a glorified sparring match basically between the two, and there might not even be a knockout clause, a no knockout clause. So it's like basically saying that he hasn't earned the clout that he has right now in regards to that one fight, versus like I was saying earlier, Francis Ngannou or someone who's like a heavyweight, champion that's like current now or popular now, whoever it is. They would have probably had a little bit more of a reason to be fighting someone like Mike Tyson, whether he's in his prime or he's not. So I feel like same thing, especially for like us normal people, right? Because those people are celebrities, they're like superstars. Even if you like them or you hate them, they're fucking rich, they're up there, everyone knows their name. But for us normies, or maybe for you fucking low life peasant fucks, because obviously I'm not like the rest of you, right? I make music, I work out, have my job, I do art, fucking trying to do my podcast, trying to start comedy. I've been trying to work for my name that I'm trying to work for the clout. No, no, no. I've earned the clout that I don't have, right? So if there's levels of clout, my clout would be at 0, but I at least fucking earned it. Versus you fucks, right? You guys are at home listening to me, maybe jerking off as you listen, or doing whatever the fuck you do. Like I've definitely earned my 0 ranking of clout more than you have, because you haven't been doing shit, and I have, right? You're listening to my podcast. I'm not listening to your fucking podcast. So yeah, I feel like for me, I at least try to work towards my 0 level of clout. Um, and it's just fucking hard. It's hard because if my mindset was, I want more clout, I want more fame, more money, more influence, more reach, and I'm still at fucking 0 level, then that would have been fucking, probably would have killed myself a long time ago, if I'm being 100% honest. Uh, I probably would have felt like life wasn't worth living, or fucking art wasn't worth making, music wasn't worth making, drawings weren't worth drawing. But I feel like since my mindset, ooh, I'm fucking high. I feel like since my mindset has been like, I'm not doing this for anyone else. I mean, I started off like that. I'm not doing this for anyone else, or I'm not doing this for clout. I'm doing this specifically for myself. And it's kind of crazy. I went on a long tangent, but I still kind of got back to the point, right? I feel like most people when they smoke can do that. They fucking just go off into any direction, the conversation just goes anywhere. But um, I feel like since I've been trying to make music and do it for myself, and like when I post a song and I get 0 likes, 0 plays, 0 views, it doesn't affect me as much, because in my mind I'm already like just doing it for fun. Like I'm already expecting to get no views, right? Something I mentioned on my last podcast was fucking uh like my first podcast that I recorded, right? I said I'm probably gonna get 0 plays to 5 plays, and that's most likely where it's gonna be. And my first podcast that I recorded, the NapesCape Show episode 1, still at 5 plays. Is it even now, months later, still at 5 plays. And then the second episode that I recorded is fucking at was like maybe less than a week ago, like 5 days ago. It's like at 15 plays now, right? So it's like fucking, so it's not like I blew up overnight or anything, right? Fucking 15 plays, bro, who gives a fuck? But it's at least like 3 times more than I was expecting. I was expecting it was another 0 to 5. So I don't know if the same 5 people watched my podcast 3 times, or if it's like maybe more people watched it, more people heard about it. But Um, it's like, since I'm already not doing it for anybody, I'm doing it for myself. It's just like, it kind of feels good for me now. It's like, wow, dude, I went from 5 plays to 15 plays. That's actually pretty cool. Versus like, fuck, I uploaded my episode, it only has 0 plays, right? Then I'd probably feel like shit. Probably would have felt bad, felt like, what the fuck am I even trying to start a podcast for if I'm only getting 15 plays, right? By the way, the hardest part is always the fucking roach. It's hard as fuck to smoke that. But I like to smoke it to the end because it's like, dude, I rolled this shit myself, bro. It took me at least 10 minutes to roll. And if I'm paying fucking hypothetically $10 a gram, right? And I'm rolling this shit's worth like $10, $12 maybe, right? Because that's a $2 swishing. So it's like, this shit's $12, bro. I'm fucking smoking those $12, you know? I don't give a fuck if that's cheap, bro. I'm smoking this shit till it's over. I'm smoking it till I can't smoke it. Like, that was a bad hit. Um, but yeah, bro, I feel like my mindset has been what's been helping me, right? And like I said in my last episode, I've been doing pretty good in my real life in regards to my music, in regards to my physical appearance, right? Working out, in regards to my full time job that I have, because I work full time, right? I'm not a pussy like you working at fucking McDonald's part time in the afternoon, whatever. So moving up in my job, financially, there's talks like to get a pay increase, so hopefully soon. But we'll probably be a couple months. But I'm moving up regardless, nonetheless. Um, and I feel like the main thing that's been helping me is my mindset. Just doing shit for myself, just doing, that work on yourself grind. But it does get kind of lonely. That's why I do feel like kind of got to balance that work on yourself with a little bit of a social life. Like, it's not like I fucking go out every day, All right, it's done. It's not like I fucking go out every day and hang out with people. But when the time comes, it's like I do like um I do like to like take time off from what I'm doing from working on myself to do other things, right? Like, I try to go to the gym at least 5 days a week. So I try to have at least 1 or 2 rest days. And there's times where in my head I'm planning to go to the gym, and then my coworker or friend will hit me up, right? Like, hey, let's do this, let's do that after you're out. And it's like, do I want to flake on this person? Like, nah, I can't. I'm going to the gym. Or would I rather hang out with this person and go to the gym later? Because it's like, yeah, I was planning on going to the gym like immediately after work and getting that out of the way, but it's like, do I want to be known as a person who always fucking flakes on my friends, or do I want to be the person who like likes to have like fun, right? Like, yeah, you work out, yeah, you're in good shape, but at the same time, like, I know if like I need you, you'll be there, right? So a lot of times I do have plans to go to the gym. My homies will hit me up, so I'll go, and then excuse me, I'll go to the gym usually, but if someone hits me up for like they have a plan, I'll usually skip the gym, go hang out with them and do some shit. And then if I have a chance at night, maybe I'll go to the gym, or maybe if I have, like 20 minutes to myself, do a quick workout in my room. But I feel like if you just focus on working on yourself only, like you focus only on making music, focus only on art, like, yeah, it's good and you're working on your brain, you're sharpening yourself, or you're able to make more money or whatever. But at the same time, though, it's like, it gets kind of lonely. You gotta take breaks from that, be able to go out. Like, I went out this past weekend, right, to a festival, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Where it's like, haven't really been out in a while. I've been just doing my own thing, drinking, smoking, and it felt good just take a break from that. Hang out with some friends and drink. I'm not a huge drinker. Like, usually I'll have a buzz ball and have one, and I'm good, bro. I'm more of a smoker. Like, I'll probably roll up another blunt, smoke it, but it's like I'm already pretty high. I'm already pretty drunk, feeling good already. So I don't need to do more. But it's like, it's not always fun to just do it yourself. Sometimes I'll get the stress off, take the edge off, but it's like, sometimes you just need you need human interaction, right? Like people say, it's like they have this mindset where it's like, oh, well, why do you want to be in a relationship? You don't need anybody. You just got to do it for yourself. It's like, yes, that's true, but it gets fucking lonely, bro. Like, do you like jerking off, like once a week? Is that fun for you? Or is it like, would you rather, have your girl or whatever, right? And, obviously, or your man, whatever, if you're a girl. It's like what would you rather choose? Be single, do it yourself, or have someone like be a part of a team, right? Sometimes it just feels good, Obviously, you're not in a relationship willing to do that, but I mean, like, would you rather go out by yourself all the time, or would you rather have someone, uh, to go with, someone to talk to and have fun with? So it's like you gotta find the balance between the two, right? You gotta have the motivation to do things. You gotta have the discipline to actually do them, set them in motion. But you also gotta realize, right? Like you're a human, and humans are social animals. We're social creatures. Actually, I don't think humans are animals. I'm against that belief. But humans are social creatures, metaphorically speaking. Where like we need each other, right? We need to be in groups. We need to be around other people. So if I could give advice to you, which again I'm in no position to be giving advice to anybody, would just be just do your own thing, work on yourself, but just don't forget, man. There's people there who like need a break every once in a while, right? Sometimes it's okay to just go out, have a blunt or a cigar or a drink, go out for a drive, listen to music. So it's just to each his own, to each his own. And I'm probably gonna end the episode because I feel like that was pretty good. I'm not ending it abruptly. Last time I ended it kind of short, the second one, because I was like, I had a sweater on. I was in my car. I had the car off, the AC off, windows up. I'm hotboxing. I was pretty high, sweaty. But this time it's like, I feel pretty good. I had the AC on the whole time. Obviously, it's a little bit of a gas guzzler, but it's like, I just feel good. I feel pretty good. So I think this was a good one. Probably gonna post it, right? Upload it. And then for as far as another person having them here, sometimes it's kind of hard. I don't really want to like record an episode with somebody because it's kind of going back to what I was saying in the beginning, right? Like they might be busy, they might be doing some shit where it's like I don't want to always rely. Like, hey, bro. Like I asked somebody, because Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball Z, passed away recently. Obviously he's creator of other shit. So I asked somebody, "Hey, dog, you want to do a podcast with me? We'll record one. Like, fucking, it's gonna be the Kira Toriyama episode 3 podcast, right?" And this person said, "I'm down, bro, but on my day off." When I'm like, "When's your day off, dog?" He's like, "Dude, it's on fucking Wednesday." So I'm like, "Bro, do I want to wait till fucking Wednesday to do something that I already want to do and I already have it like planned in my head, or rather just fucking do it myself? We get the chance to do it another time. We'll do it another time, right?" Where it's like. So I ended up just recording this episode, right? Even though I did record it with someone else. Um, so, so as far as that other person, I'll probably record it with them, and then if it's a good episode where we're having a good conversation where everything's good, then I'll upload it. If I don't like it, like I probably won't upload it because it's like it's my fucking podcast. Like, is it your fucking podcast, right? If it was yours, then we would do shit your way. But it's fucking I'm the one who's fucking doing this shit, right? Whether no one watches it, whether anyone watches it, it's like they do or they don't, But either way, I'm in control of this ship. I'm the one who's running the show. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do them with another person, but it just depends, right? If I don't like it, I'm not uploading it. So we'll have to see, and I'm probably gonna end it there because I'm feel pretty good right now, if I'm being honest. And so yeah, I'll talk to you. Sorry fucks later, bitch.